Hey, now let's move on to the second question here. Second question is create an interface. Create an interface to the government. Uh, the government of Sri Lanka has decided to vaccinate all citizens due to the COVID-19 situation. The vaccines are given under different age groups. Uh, if you look at this table, uh, 18 to 30 age group will be provided Moderna, and 30 between 45 age group will be provided Sinopharm, and 45 to 60 will be provided AstraZeneca, and above 60 uh, Navovex. In order to conduct this program, as a full stack developer, you have to create a small web application to gather these details. This application must contain first name, last name, gender, and collect. This application must collect the data, the following data: first name, last name, gender, NIC, and age. Uh, when you add data to the database, the citizen's vaccine name should be automatically added uh, to the database. You need to be able to see what data is entered into the database in real time, and this is the interface. We have to create a interface similar to this. I have already created interface like this, and you can see here you can enter details. Now I'm going to show you the codes here. This is how I create the interface here, and this is where you insert your NIC, your uh, first name and last name, and the gender type, and age, and the contact number. These input fields have separate IDs. This will capture the ID of separate. This will capture the values of the input. I used ID to capture these values of those inputs. The NIC will capture the NIC ID's value, and uh, I have stored those ID's values as variables here. Using the NIC's variable value will be stored as a N, and the last name's value will be stored as L, and same goes to the first name, age, gender, and contact number. And I have created a form. And stored as a form variable, and I have input those values and mark them as L, N, L, F, and same as N, L, F, A, G, C. I have sent it to the server side using post method here. When it goes to the server side, we take them as key value pairs, and we serve them. We store them inside variables: NIC, last name, first name, age, gender, number, contact number. I have created a database. I have connected a database, and I have check. Uh, this will check the NIC. If the NIC is already in the database in the table name called vaccine, it will if it matches a row, it will say this ID already exists, and it will end here. The function with the codes will end here. If the function if the ID doesn't match, it will come to this part. This is where the codes will work. this is I have used this function. This entire code function will do the phone number sanitization thing, and it will check the phone numbers, or we call the phone numbers validations. And by doing this, we can do the phone number validation, and after this we will check the input fields are empty or not. If it empty, it will print out a string name string empty values, and also it will check the phone number's length. If it's larger than 14, it will say invalid number. If it's less than 10, it will say invalid number. And after that, I have created a table here. The table's first row will say the column names. It will show the column names, and after that we come to the we reached the vaccine choosing progress. Yeah, and if the age is lesser than 18, it will say it will store a value string value called no need as a vaccine variable. The variable name is vaccine, the string value is no need string. And if it between age is between 31 to 44, it will the vaccine variable will store a string called sinoform. The value is between 45 to 60. The vaccine variable will store a string called AstraZeneca. If it's greater than 60, the vaccine variable will store the string value called Novavax. If it's greater than 18 to 30, it will save as Moderna. And after that, we come to this part here, the DBMS section, connecting the DBMS, and we execute the code. We insert the values to the table. In this case, the fs decides which variable should store as the vaccine. It will choose which vaccine has to be entered, so you don't have to worry about the vaccine name, because we get the vaccine here. So yeah, and we execute the query, and the data will be stored. After that, we write another query to get the products results. Sorry, not the products. We to get a result, we execute another query here. Inside the query, we check the number of inside the query, we get a result, and we store them as a variable name called result, and we check the count of number of rows, and we print out the whole table using this table row, and we get the whole thing as a text inside this script. Inside the JavaScript, we get the whole thing as a text, and we put the text inside a div. You can see the div here, this div, and I have captured the div using an ID name called show table, and inside this div, and I have inserted the text inside this div, and after that, yeah, that's all. That's how this thing works, and I can demonstrate the process. I'm gonna give a same number, sorry, I'm gonna give same NIC here. Look, this NIC, I'm gonna copy this and paste it over here. I'm gonna say this, and the alert will be this ID already exists. Okay, and here the alert is we get the alert as a, we get the text as an, it will alert the text, sorry, it will alert, we, the alert will show the text that we have get from the server side. So after that, it will put, the text will be inserted into the div like I said, and after that uh, it will use this function. This function is this, after that this function, the show function will work after 700 I mean 0.7 seconds. After the 0.7 second, the show function will work. What the show function do is, it will just get the table, the whole table here, and it will show the table in this div. If you reload this, it will show the table here, and that's why this function is used for. You can just, I can show you here how it works like. And it will alert. Yeah. Hold on a minute, you have to load the function, the table. See, it works. So that's how I created this application. Yeah, let's move on to the third one.